Hi guys, so I have another huge book haul for you. It's 19 books, I think, if I've counted this right. So I'm excited for so many of these books. It's a great haul, if I say so myself. So as always, I'll start with books I've been sent. Firstly, it was a book I won, and I won it from Trish Dollar from her blog. In celebration of her birthday, she was hosting a giveaway for an ARC of her newest book, and it's Where the Stars Still Shine. I do actually have her first book, which is called Something Like Normal, but I haven't read it yet. And so this is like a young adult / new adult contemporary, and it's all about this girl trying to leave her past behind, and I think her own mum kidnaps her from her dad. So yeah, I have that, and she very kindly signed it for me, if I can find it. There, and she also gave me 2 bookmarks, so thank you very much, Trish. Then from Canongate for review, I have The Goddess Chronicle by Natsuo Kurino, if I'm saying that right. I have actually already read this by the time that this goes up, and it had such good promise for me. I loved the sound of it. It's about 2 sisters. One is destined to be a great oracle, and the other one is destined for darkness. She's basically the ruler of over the dead, and I thought that sounded so good. Basically, yin and yang, and the first 100 pages was fantastic, and then it sort of merges into this Japanese creationist story about how these gods gave birth to all these islands and their sort of bitter story. I feel like if it had concentrated more on the other story and I had more of that, I would have liked it more. I have actually put a review of this up, so I'll leave that below. But this one just didn't hit the mark for me, unfortunately. But the cover and everything is gorgeous, but it just didn't do it for me. Then from Hotkey Books, I have The Beautiful and the Cursed by Paige Morgan. I love the sound of this one. I'm super excited for this. I can't even express adequately how excited I am. I love the cover. It does sound like, YA, paranormal, romance. When 2 sisters, their brother disappears and they go to Paris to try and find him, and then you have the like the gargoyles and everything, and obviously they're not what they seem, but I do love this cover. I think it's stunning, and I'm super duper excited for this one whenever I get to it. But I've seen it around a lot, but I haven't actually heard much about it, if that makes sense. So I'm looking forward to getting to that one. Then from Penguin, one I'm definitely excited for, and that's The Rosey Project by Graham Simpson, if I'm saying that right. Now, I kept seeing this all over Goodreads, and I was like, I wasn't pulled to look at it because I was like, oh, it's what's with the lobster and everything. It wasn't something that was calling to me, and then I actually, on the off chance, clicked on it and read what it was about, and I loved the sound of it. And this is what hooked me in. Don Tillman is getting married. He just doesn't know who to yet, and it's I think he's a mathematician, and he's coming up with a formula to find the perfect mate. So it reminds me of kind of an adult version of John Green's An Abundance of Catherines. It definitely sounds that sort of thing, and he compiles this list of the sort of perfect match, and then he meets someone that is none of those things. So I'm super duper excited for this, and it's a velvet buttery cover. The underneath is kind of plain, but I can't even express. I'm thinking that it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for that one. Then I have a young adult contemporary from Bloomsbury, and it's This Northern Sky by Julia Green. And the lady from Bloomsbury who sent me this highly recommended Julia Green. She said that she loved her books. Of course, she would probably say that. But she did say that she really loved them. And this comes out on the 4th of July. The other books I've showed you are already out, by the way. But this one comes out on the 4th of July. And it's about a girl who has a terrible breakup with her boyfriend. And her parents take her away on holiday to some remote island in the Hebrides, and then she might find a guy. It sounds really cute. The cover is really, and it's green, which I love. Really like this cover. So yeah, it's quite short as well. So maybe I'll get to that one fairly soon. And the next books that I got are from Hodder, and I have Embraced by Jessica Shervington, and this is an Angels book, and I do love some Angel books. I've heard some good things about this one, so I'm excited for it. And the reason I have this one is because quite a while ago, I won a giveaway from Danny at a Pen to Paper blog. It was right at the beginning of the year, and the book didn't arrive, so I was like messaging her, and she was like, "Oh, it's coming from the publisher, so I'll get onto them," sort of thing. And it arrived, and it's the sequel, which is Entice, and this was actually signed. Well, there. I don't see how that's her name. I don't see the signature matching the name. But super excited to start that series. Okay. And then I have some books from Mira Inc. They sent me The Girl in the Clockwork Collar by Katie Cross, which is book 2 in her Steampunk Chronicles, and an arc of book 3, The Girl with the Iron Touch. I have book 1, but I haven't got to it yet. But I have a feeling I'm going to love this series, so I'm excited to get to the series as well. I haven't actually read any steampunk yet, so I really need to get on that soon. Seeing as I love historicals and quirky books, you would think steampunk was like made for me, so I definitely want to read some steampunk. The next is another book from Bloomsbury, but this is an adult book, and it's The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And this is obviously an arc, but I think the finished cover is going to look like that. And before this came, I wasn't 100% sure if it was a me type of book, but since reading the blurb, I am so freaking excited for this. It doesn't come out until August, the 20th of August, but it's about it's set in 2059, and basically being like a clairvoyant is illegal, but this girl, or this young woman, is working illegally for this guy, and he asks her to break in somewhere, and she's caught, and she's kidnapped. And it's really hard to explain, because the blurb, I don't want to read you the blurb, but it sounds so good. I can't wait to get to it. And if I enjoy it, I will definitely be purchasing a finished copy. Yes, that's what I remember about this book. Samantha Shannon started writing when she was 15. And this is the first in a series of 7 novels. And how old is she now? Oh, she's now 21. And this has now been picked up for publishing, and I just have a good feeling about it. When you just get a book and you can't adequately explain what it's about, but you just feel like it's going to be awesome. And I'm losing my voice. And this is that book. I can't wait to get into that one. Okay, on to the books that I bought. I've got a whole stack here. First off, I got a book in the supermarket, and that was Ever After by Elizabeth Chan. I think this is the last book in the Kissed by an Angel series. I've only read like the first book. I enjoyed it, but I again, I don't know how to explain. I don't know what is the matter with me today. It was good, but I didn't see how the series could progress. I thought that where it finished, while I didn't like how it ended, I felt like the ending was kind of necessary. I didn't feel like you could drag it out. So even though I've been picking up the sequels, I've not been, eager to sort of read them. But this is the last one, so I have that. And then I bought Between the Lines by Tamara Webber. She wrote Easy, which I haven't read yet, but this is like a new adult novel. I'm not, from the sound of this, I'm not actually too sure about it. Like, I think I prefer the sound of Easy. I'm not entirely sold on this one, but I picked it up anyway, like I do. Then I had a great little find, actually. I went on sort of a day out with my family, and it's somewhere that we go fairly regularly. It's a nice little beach town place, and like, some of us had just wandered off, so I was just waiting, and there is an Oxfam bookshop there. No, and I've not really come across a charity shop that's just books before. I mean, I've seen this charity shop a lot because, like I said, I go to this place fairly frequently, but I've never gone in there because I just haven't gone in there, to be honest. But while I was waiting for like my family to sort of meet up again, I saw this book in the window and I was like, what? What? I couldn't believe it was there. So I went in on the off chance just to see how much it was, and it was this one, A Need So Beautiful by Suzanne Young. And as you guys know, this is a young adult sort of paranormally, supernaturally type book, and it was £2.99, and this is a hardback US first edition. And to top it all, it doesn't even look like it's been read. It's an absolutely it looks like I've just ordered it online and it's arrived. And when I like opened it, it was quite stiff to open, so it was like literally like nobody had even opened the book, and I couldn't believe it, so I grabbed it. Now I don't really know how to explain what this is about because I don't think it's about angels, but it's about a girl and she's pulled to do bad things, I think. Something called The Need. I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, but she it's like pulling her away from her boyfriend, but she wants to be with him type thing. The cover is really, really beautiful. I know when it first came out, I added it to my wish list, and I never bought it. But for £2.99, I was grabbing it because it was still on my wish list. I hadn't taken it off my wish list. I just never bought it. So I was stoked to find this there. Then obviously I then had a little mooch around, and I came across this one that was also £2.99, and that's Priestess of the White by Trudy Canavan. This is a fantasy series, and I was really pleased because if you remember, a little while ago I picked up one of her books from the works. It was The Rogue, but it was book 2 in a series, but because it was cheap and in a deal, I picked it up anyway because I'd been wanting to read some Trudy Canavan. But this is book 1 in a different series. This is the Age of the Five series, and it's a beast, an absolute beast, but again, perfect condition, absolutely nothing wrong with it, so I grabbed this one as well. It's a really, really beautiful cover, and again, couldn't believe my find. So there's that. And then the last book that I picked up was kind of an impulse thing. As you guys know, I like The Black Dagger Brotherhood by J.R. Ward. Now, she also writes sort of adult contemporary romances, but I've never read one. But they had this for £1.99, and that's An Irresistible Bachelor by J.R. Ward. And yeah, it was like £2, so I thought it was worth picking up. Then some books that other books that I've like bought online and stuff. I bought Arclight by I don't know how you say her name, Josinelle McQueen there. And I picked this up because I know Brad at YA Book Review raved about it. It was one of his favourite books of the year, and I loved this cover. I love like the holographic light there, and I wanted to get it while it was in hardback and while it had this cover, because I think it's one of the best covers I've ever seen. And it sounds interesting because it's all about this girl who survives the fade, and no one's ever survived it before, but she can't remember how she did survive it. So there's that. Then I also bought the 3rd volume in the Complete Oz collection. Really like this one, and this one has the Patchwork Girl of Oz, TikTok of Oz, and the Scarecrow of Oz. So yeah, I've now got 3 out of the 5 volumes. Then I pre-ordered Of Triton by Anna Banks. Love this cover. Love it. It's a lot thinner than I thought it would be. I haven't read book 1 yet. I do have it. It's on this shelf behind me here. But I'm really excited to, and I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I wanted to get this one. And then the final book that I bought, I've been umming and ahhing over getting one of these for a very long time. And then when I made up my mind that I would get one, I couldn't choose which one because I just want them all. But in the end I just bit the bullet and ordered one, and it's a Barnes & Noble leather-bound edition. And the first one I got was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Other Stories by Lewis Carroll, and I am so pleased that I finally just ordered one. The problem now is that I just want to keep ordering them and just own every single one. But yeah, I love this. You've seen it around everywhere. You don't need like a detailed like insight into this book. You'll have seen them everywhere, but it is so nice. It's as nice as everyone said it was. So I love it. The one another one that I really want is the Jurassic Park one, but I can't find it here. Like online, they have like loads of the other ones, but they don't have Jurassic Park, which I was a little bit gutted about because that's the one I wanted to order, but we don't have it, which is kind of devastating. So that's my haul for this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any of these books that you've read or that you like the look of, let me know in the comments below, because I always love to know if you've read any of them. And thanks so much for watching, and happy reading.